From the horror franchise that made you reasonably afraid of Texas and the developers of Little Big Planet 3 comes another asymmetric survival horror that goes old school by letting you run around as people with sharp things, just the way God intended. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Experience the game based on a movie based on real events and faithfully recreates the experience of visiting the worst Airbnb of all time. I'm actually digging these hanging animal carcasses, but I'm not loving these curtains. Where the game lovingly recreates details from the movie, like the expansive set pieces, Leatherface's costume changes, and taking care of your grandpa's freaky blood kink. That will delight fans of the movie and this genre in general, but may not be your cup of tea if you don't know anything about the movies or really like the 2022 remake. Just kidding, no one likes the remake. Look, if you want variety, go play Dead by Daylight. Embody the cannibals of the Slaughter family and these 4 unfortunate teens as they find themselves trapped and hunted for their youthful meat in a narrative that has as much story as the movie did, which is to say, almost none. Look, no one said this had to be a literary masterpiece. All I need to know is that the chainsaw part goes into the fleshy part. Slash away as one of the killers as you pick between members of this average American family, each with their own gimmicks to get your slaughter on, like Old Man with a Stick, Halitosis Lady, this useless rejected grease extra, this human version of Scrat from Ice Age, and everyone's favorite butcher daddy, Leatherface, where you'll set traps, lock doors, and chase the unfortunate survivors, all in hopes of catching your next meal. Assuming they don't just immediately find the exit in 3 minutes, or have that one annoying dude softlock you with stuns. Then, in between hunting down teens, do some menial chores as you juggle the other mechanic of the game, geriatric care. Show people you love him by collecting some sweet blood for him to consume, increasing his levels to activate his echolocation powers. Because I guess there's a dolphin in the family tree somewhere, which tracks based on everything I know about dolphins.
I'm gonna give your liver such a punching!
Basically welcoming the endgame as all the survivors are highlighted, unless he gets stabbed. In a playstyle that screams, killers just have more fun. I'm just saying, if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Ew. Pull up your survivor's flare pans as you choose from a variety of generic teams, each with their own skills to help their survival. Assuming you actually get to pick the one you want, then unhook yourself and run around a labyrinth of bone traps, logs, and noisy chickens, where you'll stalk around in tall grass, hide in cabinets, or stay still from Grandpa's demented screams to nab the key items you need to make your escape. That the killers are definitely not camping, in hopes that you'll make it out in one piece by playing Ring Around the Rosie with a box until you dive to the nearest well, to eventually taste sweet escape and celebrate it by teabagging at the exit until you get bored, in a system that awards team play, cooperation, and cunning, which everyone immediately drops as soon as they see a chainsaw peek around the corner. At which point, everyone magically transforms into the Scooby-Doo crew getting chased around by a monster. So rev that chainsaw and get ready to get a little massacre-y in a super specific game that's clearly for a super specific fandom that does the one thing and does it pretty well, in a game of surprising mastery and stealth that you'll put hours into, right up until they lose the license and have to scrap it in a year or two. It's okay though, we'll move on to the next asymmetrical horror, like killer clowns from outer space? Huh, didn't see that coming. Starring Mankind's Side Gig, Swedish Chef, Meth Head Shaggy, Johnny Bravo, Bargain Bin Poison Ivy, The Incontinent Killer, and TikTok influencers. Hillbilly Simulator. So hear me out. The next idea for a horror survival game? Gremlins! Everyone can play as one of the special gremlins, even the disturbingly hot one with big boobs. Hey, this is my fanfiction. Don't you judge me. Comment below on what you want to hear in my epic voice, and check out these other epic gaming videos on GameSpot. No more spells. They're like dangerous. I have no strings to hold me down. Jason, it's Bonio time. Feelings are elemental. Another turtle made it to the water.